Welcome to our FC Porto rebuild in FC25. Over the last 10 years, they've only won 3 league titles, 2018, 2020 and in 22. Benfica and Sporting have dominated. And Porto's last Champions League win was in 2004 with Jose Mourinho. The challenge is clear. We want to bring Porto back to the top. The ultimate goal is to win the Champions League while achieving dominance in both the Portuguese league and the Cup. But here is the twist, guys. We can only buy and use Portuguese players for this rebuild. Let's get started and see if we can make it happen. Yes, guys, so before jumping into the rebuild, I just want to show you where FC Porto came last season. And as you can see, they came 3rd place, not quite putting up the best fight for the title. They didn't do very well. In the Cup, they got knocked out in the round of 16. And as you can see, in the Europa League playoff rounds, they got knocked out by FC Roma. So overall, it was a disappointing campaign for Porto. But we're going to change that now with only Portuguese players. Looking at their player performances for the season, of course, Samu got 25 goals. He was their main piece that really brought them some sort of success, some sort of fight. Also, Rodrigo Mora did really well for them. At the age of 18, he did really good. You also got Francisco Mora having a good season at left back, so that's very good to see. Unfortunately, Samu is going to have to go at the start of next season because he is Spanish and he does not fit our rebuild requirements. But yeah, guys, with that being said, let's jump into Season 1. Season 1 of the rebuild has begun. So this is what the current squad looks like, and it will change a lot once we let go of all the non-Portuguese players. As you can see, we've got the likes of Rodrigo Mora, we've got Cohen Chow, we've got João Mario, we've got Mora, and of course we've got Costa. And honestly, there's not much else to this team, guys. This team does not look that special, if I'm being honest with you. As you can see, we have transfer listed every single player that is not Portuguese. The most notable names that are transferred is Estevão, Marco Grugic, Pepe, Jaume, Navarro, Varela, Otavio, and of course Samu, who looks really good, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, I'll see you guys once I've sold everybody and we can we can jump to once I've sold everybody and we can see what our new transfer budget is looking like. And before selling everybody, we do indeed start with a 46 million euro transfer budget, which is not too bad. I think this, on top of all the player sales, we can make a lot of changes. Yes, guys, as you can see, I've sold as much players as I could and I'm unable to sell any more players as we won't have enough squad players, so I'll jump into some transfers now. These are the most notable players we have sold. We sold Samu to Inter Milan for 55 million. We sold Pepe to Arsenal for 30 million, and we sold Estevão for 15 million to OGC Nice. And as you can see, our transfer budget is now 165 million, so we are able to make some decent transfers. Let's get into it. Yes, guys, the first player we have sold is Renato Veiga for 15 million. Purchased. We purchased him from Chelsea for 15 million. The next player we have signed is Diego Moreira. We added 8 million, including a player swap with a Spanish Jaume, so that's a perfect deal for us. Yes, guys, we have just signed Fabio Silva from Wolves for 32 million. The next player we have purchased is Fernandes from Southampton for 6.5 million, including a non-Portuguese Varela. We signed Braganca, I don't know how to say his name, for 23 million from from Sporting, so we signed him from a rival and we got a good deal out of it as well. The next player we have purchased is Leite from Union Berlin for 4.5 million, including a player swap with Otavio, who is a Brazilian centre-back, so another one gone, another Portuguese in. The next player we have purchased is Nuno Tavares from Arsenal for 16.5 million, which is a bargain for him. As you can see, guys, the squad is starting to take shape. The squad is looking good. I don't want to get another cam because I want Mora to grow as much as possible, so I need him to play as much games as possible. But yes, we still need a backup striker, another backup midfielder, and another backup centre-back to really complete this team. So let's go do that right now. We've got our next backup centre-back in Ricardo Borges, 2.1 million, he's 70 rated, not too bad. We have just signed Simus from Sporting for 2.8 million and he's 70 rated, 18 years old, pretty good deal in my opinion. We have just signed our new backup striker, it's an 18-year-old. We signed him for 14.5 million, Victor Costa and he's 75 rated, which is pretty good. As you can see, we have fully revamped the squad. Everyone in this team is Portuguese now, except for these two players right here, but everybody else is Portuguese, and we still have 31 million euros in the budget, so we could actually still go for a cam, even though I want Mora to play a lot of minutes, but he is the biggest weak link in the team right now. If you just compare his rating to everybody else's, he's 5 ratings below most people, so we probably do need to get him replaced. Well, not replaced, but just get someone a bit better than him with more experience. To add more quality to our starting lineup, we have just brought in Fabio Carvalho for 20.5 million, 77 rated, 22 years old. That's a great deal for us. So this is officially what our final squad looks like for season 1, and I'm actually very happy with the changes we have made. We've brought in a lot of youth, we've brought in some experience, and I think this team has a lot of room to grow. So let's jump to January and see how we get on. Before jumping to January, I just want to show you guys that in the qualifying round, we beat Hajduk Split 6-0 on aggregate, and in the playoff rounds, we beat FC25 3, so we are going to be playing Champions League football this season. I just want to show you guys that after all the transfers we have made, we have 9 million left in the budget, obviously spent 172, so yeah. We've built a solid team. I think the depth is where we're going to be lacking this season, but let's jump to January and see how this team gets on. So we have made it to January of season 1, guys, and looking at the month of December, we did pretty well. November didn't look as good as December though, but October was pretty good, and September was on and off, I suppose, and that seems like a pretty decent season for us right there. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, when I saw the month of December, I was expecting a much better finish than this, and we are currently sitting 4th place with 29 points, 11 points off of 1st place, which is Sporting. We need to start pulling up our socks and performing better. In the cup, we got knocked out to Braga 4-2, so we are out of the cup, we can't win that. However, we're currently not doing too bad in the Champions League, 16th place. There's still 2 games to go, but we are currently in a playoff spot. Considering our bang average season, I'm not expecting anybody to be like flying, but as you can see, Fabio Silva is having a phenomenal season with 16 goals so far. We've also got Diego Moreira doing pretty well, along with Fabio Carvalho, and Braganca is having his fair share of good performances. So overall, it looks like the team is gelling well. It's just about getting them to grow a bit more. Looking at this team, I am very happy with the way the team looks. I think there is a lot of room for growth. What we got to use this season as is just as a stepping stone. We're not going to do much this season. Next season is when we want to make some really big changes. So yeah guys, let's jump to the end of the season and see how we get on. So we have made it to the end of the season, guys, and although we had a great second half of the season, we finished 3rd place in the league table, 73 points, and we were very far off 1st place with Sporting having 87. In the cup, we of course lost 4-2 in the quarterfinals, and unfortunately we went out in the playoff rounds to Celtic. They beat us on penalties. Looking at our player stats, you can see Braganca did really well. This man got 20 goals and 10 assists as a centre mid. We also got Fabio Silva getting 19 goals, which means he only got 3 goals in the second half of the season, which is a bit disappointing. Moreira did really well as well, along with Fernandez. Our centre mid really went in and got a lot of goals and assists this season. That's really good to see. Our backup striker, Costa, did really good as well with 10 goals, only 19 years old. And I'll be honest with you guys, I was expecting a bit more from Carvalho and Cohen Chow. They both underperformed a bit in my opinion. As you can see, Rodrigo Mora didn't do much this season, 2 goals and 5 assists. He only increased by 2 ratings. I have a funny feeling that his potential is going to get dropped. So yeah guys, this is what the squad looks like, and it does look really good. I'm actually happy with the squad. There is a few improvements that still need to be made, but overall it does look very good and I'm happy with it. So what we can do now guys is jump to season 2. So we are into season 2 of the rebuild, guys, and looking at the squad, I think the only upgrade we need to make is at centre back for Lete. He's 79 rated, 27 years old. I don't think he'll really grow much, and I think we need to get someone younger that can grow a bit further than him. We also should look at getting a left mid, a backup left mid. Our depth in that area is not looking too good. I also want to mention I have appointed a youth scout for the whole of last season, and I'll continue to appoint a youth scout throughout the rebuild. This is what our current youth academy is looking like. It's not that good in my opinion, and we have already appointed quite a few youth prospects. Our best player so far from the youth academy is Cardoza, 69 rated and 17 years old. As you can see, we have 46 million to get a new centre back, which is a decent amount of money. I think we can get someone quite quality. Hopefully we don't have to spend all that money, because then we can go and get a backup left mid too. Yes guys, we have just purchased our new centre back. It is Quaresma from Sporting for 24.5 million. We are bringing in a lot of players from Sporting and Benfica. We've got our new backup left mid, guys. It's Chiquinho from Wolves. We signed him for 4.2 million. I think he's like 76 rated. He's a decent backup player to Moreira. Along with the signing of Quaresma and Chiquinho, we also signed 3 free agents in De Carvalho, who is a nice backup goalkeeper at the age of 19. We signed Gabriel Gomez, who is a solid backup right back for us. And we signed Lorenko de Andrade, 70 rated, 17 years old, looks pretty solid. I'll probably look to loan out every single one of these free agents. And after all those transfers have been made, we have 13 million left in the current bank. And I mean, we can still do a decent business with 13 million, but I think I'm going to leave the money in there. See if we need to make any changes for January. As you can see, guys, we have loaned out a ton of youth prospects, and I'm really hoping that these guys can grow well because I want to bring in some youth players into this rebuild. Also want to mention that in the Champions League qualifying rounds we beat Hajduk Split, and unfortunately in the playoff rounds we lost to Rangers 4-3 on aggregate, so I believe we'll be playing Europa League football if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, guys, this season we haven't made much changes. Obviously we brought in Quaresma and we brought in Chiquinho. But other than that, we just brought in a few free agents that went out on loan, so I actually think the squad looks pretty good. I think what we can do now is sim to January and see how this team gets on. We do still have 13 million in the bank, so we can make a few changes if need be. So we have made it to January, guys, of season 2, and in December we went unbeaten. We went unbeaten in November. We also went unbeaten in October, and unfortunately in September we lost to Benfica, and of course in August we lost to Rangers in the playoff rounds of the Champions League. So overall we're having a really solid season. We are first place in the league, 1 point ahead of Benfica. I'm very happy with this performance, guys. Much better than last season. In the cup, we are in the semi-finals against Sporting. Hopefully we can take it away, because I think in the final, the competition won't be that good. And in the Europa League, we are flying. We are unbeaten, 5 wins, 1 draw in 6 games. We've got 16 points and we are sitting in 2nd place. There's still 2 games to go, but I think our seat is secured in the round of 16. So with us having a really good season so far, you can see that Fabio Silva has 11 goals. So he's doing a bit worse than last season, but he's still putting the numbers up. We've also got Braganca doing the bits again. 10 goals and 9 assists. This man has been our most important player. We've also got Matheus Fernandes doing really well. Our midfield partnership of these two are unbelievable. We've also got Victor Costa with 6 goals, 19 years old, and he's up to an 80 rating, by the way. Moreira's having a solid season, along with Carvalho having a fairly average season. We still expect a little bit more from him. And Ricardo Moura up to a 76 rating now. I think his potential has dropped, but he's still doing alright. One thing to note is Francesco Coenchao only getting 2 goals and 4 assists in 22 games. It's a bit disappointing from one of our highest rated players. Looking at the team, you can see there's been a lot of growth. We've got an 88 rated Costa, an 86 rated Fabio Silva, and we have a really strong midfield in Braganca and Fernandes. Of course, our right back Fernandes, he's only 78 rated, but he's 20 years old, so I have no doubt he'll grow into an 80 rating by the end of the season. What we can do now, guys, is sim to the end of the season. If we do end up going deep into the Europa League, like the quarterfinals or the semi-finals, then I will stop the simulation and we can live simulate those games. So yeah, I'll see you guys then. So we have made it to the end of the season, guys, and as you can see, we have got our cup final. Let's go, which means we beat Sporting in the semi-finals. So yeah, of course, in the cup final we are versing Moreirense. Probably butchered that, my bad. But in the semi-finals we beat Sporting 2-0 on aggregate. That's amazing to see. And in the league, we won the league. Let's go. By 2 points, we won the league with 81 points and Sporting got 79. That was a very close race for the title, by the way. Only a 5-point difference between 1st and 3rd place. Wow. But we won the league and that's great to see. In the Europa League, we drew Arsenal in the round of 16 and we failed to beat them. We lost 4-3 on aggregate and I'm pretty sure they went on to... Yeah, Arsenal made it to the finals. And they lost 2-1 to AC Milan, but that was a tough round of 16 draw for us. Before jumping into the final, we can take a look at our player stats, and as you can see, Fabio Silva got 22 goals. He had a solid season for us. Very well done to him. He's now 87 rated. Matheus Fernandes with a phenomenal season, 16 goals and 10 assists. And Braganca continuing his form. 14 goals and 12 assists. This man is phenomenal. We've got Fabio Silva having a solid season too. Cohen Chow doing better than what he did last season, I'm pretty sure. So that's good to see. We've got Costa only scoring 2 goals in the second half of the season, which is a bit disappointing, but I'm still happy with him. He still has a lot of time to grow. Moreira having a very average season. I think this is something we need to look at in the new season. This is disappointing from him. And Rodrigo Mora is now up to a 77 rated, but having a very average season too. I want to see this man grow into something special, but I don't think we're going to see it this rebuild, guys. But yeah, guys, our 3 player of the seasons is definitely Fabio Silva, Mateus Fernandes and Braganca. Overall, the squad has grown really nicely. It's turning into a very good team. Let's jump into the final and see how we get on. We are into the cup final, boys, and this is the team we're going with. Come on, I'm sure we can get a win. 3, 2, 1. And we lose in the cup final. We lose on penalties, 3-1. Fernandes and Fabio Silva did get the goals for us, but overall, very disappointing performance. I do think that we were the favourites going into this game, and we failed to get the win. I just want to mention that Quaresma has submitted a transfer request. We only brought him in at the start of the season, but it looks like he wants to leave. So we'll have to look at getting a new centre-back at the start of the season. So going into season 3, I think we need to get a new centre-back to replace Quaresma. And of course, maybe get a new left mid because Moreira's performance this season was a bit disappointing. So yeah, guys, let's jump into season 3. So we are into season 3 of the rebuild, guys. And as you can see, this team is looking really good. We are looking to get a new centre-back and we are looking to get a new left mid. One thing I will say is Quaresma also wants to leave, so that's going to give us some extra cash to get a new centre-back and left mid. And we have a pretty decent budget of 61 million, so that's not too bad either. One thing I will say is we have a ton of youth academy players that just haven't quite got the potential needed to make a change in this rebuild, so I will be selling a lot of them. And there's also a few that have got decent potential, like these guys over here that I'm going to be looking to loan out. But yes, I think that will also give us a little bit of extra cash. And we have just sold our first player, guys. Quaresma to Atletico Madrid for 36 million euros. I'm not upset about that. I think that's a decent deal and we can get a strong replacement for him. Yes, guys, we have just brought in Antonio Silva from Liverpool for 32 million euros. What a bargain. He was on the last year of his contract. 32 million is a solid deal for him. He's 82 rated. Perfect. Yes, guys, we have just sold João Mario to Cologne for 17 million euros. He's our backup right back, not quite making the team anymore, and I'm happy with that money. So we have now sold everybody that needs to be sold, with the 2 most notable names being Quaresma and João Mario. And as you can see, we have sold a ton of youth players that just haven't got quite the potential to make a difference in this rebuild. After all our player sales, we now have 95 million in the budget, and honestly, I have no idea what to spend this money on. We have just signed João Cancelo for 21 million from AS Roma. He's 85 rated. He is very old, but that's alright. Yes, guys, the next player we have just signed is Gervoni Quenda. I think that's his name. Giovanni Quenda for 55 million from Bayern Munich. He looks really good. He's 20 years old, 82 rated. He's going to slot straight into the team. So this is what our squad looks like now with the transfers of Silva, Cancelo and Quenda in the mix. Obviously, Quenda's on the bench right now because he's 1 rating below Cohen Chow, so he's got to get higher rating than Cohen Chow to actually get into the team. But overall, I'm very happy with this team. I was trying to replace Moreira, but unfortunately, I can't find a left mid or left wing that is affordable that I can replace him with, that is just better than him. I feel like the next step from him is Rafael Leao, and I can't afford that money right now, so Moreira's going to have to stay. He is 22 years old. I'm hoping he can grow, but he didn't really grow last season. Just want to mention that after making our signings, we only have 12 million left in the budget, which isn't much, so we'll probably just sim all the way to the end of the season and see how the team gets on. No point in going to January. So yeah, guys, I'm really liking this team. It looks really good. I think Cancelo will probably start dropping off, and then eventually Fernandes, who is 21 years old, can grow into that position. But overall, very happy with this team. What we can do now is start simming and I'll see you guys either in January or at the end of the season. So we have made it to January of season 3, guys, and as you can see in the league, we are currently sitting second place. Sporting is unbeaten, so I mean, we performing well, but they just performing better. In the cup, we unfortunately got knocked out to Vitoria on penalties in the quarterfinals, and in the Champions League, we are currently sitting comfortably in 11th place. There's still 2 games to go, but I think we have a spot in the playoff rounds. We've got Fabio Silva with 20 goals this season. He's now 90 rated. He's doing phenomenally well. Fabio Carvalho is also having a great season, along with our 2 midfielders doing their business as always. And we've also got Cancelo with 8 assists, so he's been a good asset to us so far. You know, we haven't had the most extravagant season so far, but I think that the team is looking good. There's still 1 or 2 changes that need to be made, I think, but overall, I'm happy with it. What we can do now is sim to the next round of the Champions League. Well, not next round of the Champions League, but we can sim to the quarterfinals of the Champions League or the semi-finals if we make it that far. And if not, then we sim to the end of the season. I'll see you guys then. Yes, guys, as you can see, we lost to OGC Nice in the playoff rounds of the Champions League. We lost 3-2 on aggregate, which is really unfortunate, so our Champions League run is over again. What we can do now, guys, is sim straight to the end of the season. I'll see you guys then. So we have made it to the end of the season, guys, and what a season it has been. Of course, you guys know we lost in the cup. And of course, you guys know we lost in the Champions League playoff rounds. We went and dominated the Liga Portugal. We won the league with 91 points, 29 wins and 4 draws with 1 loss. We scored 92 goals. This team performed really well. We had Fabio Silva with 37 goals and 12 assists. This man was unbelievable. We've also got Mateus Fernandes having a season like no other. 19 goals and 13 assists. He's now 88 rated. This guy is world class. And Fabio Carvalho having a solid season too. I was not expecting this type of performance from him. And obviously Braganca, Mr. Consistent, doing really well. Overall, I'm really happy with this team. I think that we are very close to becoming a world-class team. Just maybe a formation change or something away from really like taking progress to the next level. I think what needs to be done is we need to sell all of our wingers in Chiquinho, Moreira. We need to sell Cohen Chow, and we need to sell Quenda. And we just need to bring in midfielders and go into like a narrow formation with a ton of midfielders. Because I feel that Portugal has world-class midfielders that we can bring in. We don't really have the world-class wingers, if you get what I'm saying. So with that being said, guys, that wraps up season 3. Let's jump into the new season. We have won the league title for the 2nd season in a row. I'm excited to see what we can do in season 4. Season 4 of the rebuild is underway, guys, and as you can see, almost our whole team has made the Portuguese lineup apart from Carvalho, which I think is crazy because Carvalho was our 2nd best player. But as I said, guys, we are looking to sell all of our wingers and we want to go into a narrow formation. And this is essentially what the formation will look like, guys, which means we need to get another centre mid, well, another starting centre mid, we need to get another backup centre mid, and we need to get another starting striker. And we've been given the budget of 61 million again, so it's a decent budget. We can do some bits with that, and also we've got a ton of players for sale that are really valuable, so I think we can bring in a ton of money too. The most notable names from the transfer block is Quenda, Moreira and Cohen Chow. We also selling a ton of youth academy players that haven't got quite the potential to make a change for us, so we're going to bring in some extra cash in that aspect too. Yes, guys, as you can see, we have just sold Cohen Chow for 72.5 million to Barcelona. I'm very happy with that deal. Yes, guys, we have just sold Quenda to Borussia Dortmund for 112 million. That's a hefty profit, and that's a lot of money coming in for us. As you can see, we sold Diego Moreira for 42.5 million to Liverpool. That's a great deal. Yes, guys, we have just sold Cancelo for 40 million euros to Sevilla. Somehow we got 40 million for a 34-year-old. I'm happy with that. So we have basically sold everyone we need to sell, with the most notable names being Quenda, Cohen Chow, Moreira, Cancelo, and of course we sold a ton of backup players and bench players and youth players. And our new budget is 340 million euros. That is an insane number, and we can make a huge difference with that amount of money. Yes, guys, we have just signed Vitinha from Napoli. He went to Napoli for some reason, but we have just signed Vitinha from Napoli for 110 million euros. The next player we have signed is Thiago Santos Thiago Santos from Bournemouth for 47.5 million. Yes, guys, the next player we have just signed is Gonçalo Ramos from Aston Villa for 70 million. He will be our new striker, pairing up with Fabio Silva. The next player we have signed is Martim Neto from Benfica for 23.5 million, a nice backup midfielder. And we have signed our final piece of the puzzle, guys, Nuno Mendes from Arsenal. We gave in Nuno Tavares as a player swap, so he's going back to Arsenal, and we paid 45 million on top of that. Nuno Mendes is a quality player in our team now. So looking at this team now, guys, we've got in our new players. We've gone with a formation change, and this team looks insane. I don't see any weaknesses. I think that this team is quality, and this team can really go far in all competitions. Let's jump to January and see how they get on. So we have made it to January, guys, and this season we have been top class. In the league, we are currently sitting second place, but we are unbeaten, so I'm not too upset about being second place. I do think that the league is going to be ours. In the cup, we are in the semi-finals against Sporting. That's a tough matchup, but I think we can take it. And in the Champions League, we are doing very well. With 5 wins in 6 games, we are second place, and I think with 2 games remaining, I do think that we're going to be in the round of 16. Looking at the squad up, you can see we now have 3 players above 90 rated. Matheus Fernandes growing so well. This man looks phenomenal. And looking at our top goal scorers, we've got Fabio Silva with 16 goals. Always our top goal scorer. This man is top class. We've got Mr. Consistent in Braganca doing really well. Fabio Carvalho is having a good season. And of course, Matheus Fernandes is doing the bits. Gonçalo Ramos isn't doing so well at the moment, actually, but overall the team's doing well. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with the way the squad looks, guys. What we can do now is sim to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and if we make it, then we can live simulate those games, and if we don't make it, then so be it. Then we'll sim to the end of the season. I'll see you guys then. Yes, guys, so as you can see, in the round of 16 we drew Barcelona, and in the first leg we beat them 3-1. So this is the second leg here. We just need to make sure we hold our result out, don't lose by more than 2 goals, and we are through to the quarterfinal. Come on, guys, let's do it. 3, 2, 1. And we draw 2-2, which means we are through to the quarterfinals, guys. Let's go. I see they have Samu as well. I see Samu has joined Barcelona and has turned into a really good player, so fair play to him. This Champions League doesn't get any easier for us, guys. In the quarterfinals, we are up against Real Madrid. It's the first leg against Real Madrid, guys. It's a tough game, but I think we can take it. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. And we win 2-0. Fabio Silva with 2 goals. Let's go, Fabio Silva. We are beating Real Madrid 2-0 in the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Jumping into the second leg of the quarterfinal, guys. We are 2-0 up, so all we need to do is hold on to this lead. Come on. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1. And we go and lose, guys. We lose 2-0. And we lose to Madrid on penalties. So that's our Champions League run ending right there in the quarterfinals. Very unfortunate, but it is what it is. What we can do is sim to the end of the season, guys. So we have made it to the end of the season, guys, and if I'm being honest with you, it was a disappointing campaign. In the league, we finished second place with 73 points, 6 points off Benfica, who won the league. Fair play to them. And of course, in the Champions League, we got knocked out in the quarterfinals to Real Madrid, so it wasn't meant to be in that aspect. And although we have had a disappointing season, we still have the cup final to play. And if we win the cup final, our season does look a lot better. So this is very important for us, guys. Looking at our player stats, you can see that Fabio Silva again has done really well with 31 goals. This man is a goal machine. He's unbelievable for us. Braganca again performing insanely. He's now 88 rated, by the way. We've got Matheus Fernandes having another phenomenal season, 91 rated for him. Carvalho still doing his bits. Ramos was a bit disappointing. That's alright, I suppose. Overall, the team does look good. I think that we are definitely the favourites going into this game, although Benfica did win the league. This is a must-win for us, guys. Come on, let's go and win it. 3, 2, 1. And we go and win the cup final. Fabio Silva and Carvalho. That's super important. I'm very happy with that win, and that rounds off a very disappointing season, but we still get a cup at least. So yeah, guys, looking at the squad, it's really difficult to pinpoint where we can upgrade next. Honestly, I don't think we need to make any upgrades. I think maybe we can do some squad depth, like in terms of improving our squad depth. I think that could be important for next season. But overall, I think the starting lineup can stay the same. So yeah, that rounds off season 4, guys. Let's jump into season 5. We are into season 5 of the rebuild, guys, and we have one goal in mind for this season, and that's winning the Champions League. And to win the Champions League, we need some strong squad depth. So we are going to be looking to improve our squad depth in the centre back area, in the centre mid area, in the cam area, and in the striker area. I want a deep squad this season. We currently have a transfer budget of 94 million, which really isn't that bad. We have 2 youngsters that don't quite fit the system, because we play in a narrow formation, and these are 2 wingers here, 20 years old, and they're both 20 years old, and they're both quite high rated. We can sell them on if we need the cash. If not, I'll loan them out again. I actually just realized I have Martins, who's 20 years old and 76 rated, so we won't actually need a backup centre back. We have him. Yes, guys, our first signing is Bernardo Silva. We signed him from Newcastle for 18 million. He's 82 rated. He's 34 years old. He's a good backup player for us. Our next signing is Vitinha. We signed him from Genoa for 15 million. 79 rated striker. He's 29 years old. He's just going to be a solid backup for us. And the final player we are signing is Gustavo Sa from West Ham for 40 million euros. He's 83 rated. He's better than Mora, and he's going to be a good backup cam for us, and I like the look of him. After making all those signings, we are left with 8 million euros in the budget. I don't feel the need to sell anybody else or purchase anybody else. We'll have a look at the team now. So this is what the starting lineup is looking like, guys. Obviously, there's no changes to the starting 11. But there's a lot of changes to the bench. We've got Sa in the bench, we've got Silva in the bench, and then in the reserves we've got Vitinha, and of course we have a ton of decent players over here. So I think this team looks really good, and I'm excited to see what we can do in the Champions League. I just want to mention, guys, that I'm a bit nervous about Diego Costa. At the end of last season I was delegating contract renewals, and I by mistake delegated a contract renewal to him where I accepted a release clause. And I'm unable to give him a new contract right now, so if someone goes for him, they can have him. And the problem is, I don't want to let him go because sure, we're going to get 200 million, but we can't replace this man. There's no one even close to him, like on his level. There you go, guys. It has happened. Diego Costa has been approached. He's been approached by Leipzig, so obviously they're going to pay the release clause of 196 million. I have blocked all offers, but they are negotiating directly with him, so hopefully he stays, hopefully he declines them, but I highly doubt that's going to happen. And there you go, lads. Diego Costa is gone to Leipzig for 196 million. I didn't want this to happen, but yeah, it happened. What can you do? I mean, it was my fault, but yeah. This is one thing I don't like about EA Sports, is how I'm actually able to buy Diego Costa back right after I sold him. I'm able to buy him back for less, but I'm not going to do that. That's unrealistic. Who we're going to go for is between these 3 guys here, and I think I'm going to go for Gomez. He's a bit younger than everybody else. Let's do it. So we have signed our new goalkeeper, Andre Gomez, 12 ratings below Diego Costa, by the way. Wow, that is disgusting. So with our new and improved budget, we've gone and spent it on a new centre-back. We bought Araujo from Loic Lille for 56 million, including a player swap with one of our young centre-backs. That's a solid deal, and he's just going to add even better depth to our team. Yes, guys, the next player we have signed is Esugo from Barcelona. We signed him for 47.5 million, including one of our youngsters. That's a solid deal. He's 84 rated. He's a good backup CDM. I like it. After those 2 purchases, we maybe still have 65 million in the budget. Diego Costa gave us so much cash. And I mean, just looking at this bench right now, you can see that the squad depth is there. We got an 86 rated bench centre back, an 84 rated bench midfielder, an 83 rated bench cam. The team looks good. I'm very happy with it. Obviously, wait, hold on. Wrong goalkeeper. Let's swap that out. Obviously, the goalkeeper isn't looking very good. You know, 80 rated is alright, I suppose, but comparing it to the rest of the team, he's a step behind. Hopefully we can still win without a goalkeeper, like without a world-class goalkeeper. I'm sure it's possible, but yeah, let's sim to January and see how this team gets on. And if we do run into trouble, then maybe we can try and find a way to rebuy Diego Costa back. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. So we have made it to January, guys, and we are going to see right now if missing Diego Costa is going to be that big of a deal. Let's find out. In the league, we are currently sitting first place. We're doing quite well. We've lost 2 games. Benfica is currently unbeaten, but we still have more points than them, which is good to see. But we've lost 2 games and we've conceded 15 goals. That's something to note. We lost 3-1 to Benfica in the cup, so we are out in the round of 16, which means we cannot win the cup this season. And in the Champions League, we are currently sitting 23rd place. Wow, that is not looking good at all. We only have 2 games to go, and those 2 games are super important to us qualifying to the next round for the playoffs. Looking at our player stats, as always, Fabio Silva is our top goal scorer. We've got Vitinha having a good season. Braganca is not having as good of a season as he usually does, which is unfortunate because we're feeling it, but that's is what it is. Rodrigo Mora getting some decent stats in, actually, considering we brought in Saar. And we're looking at Mateus Fernandez's stats, and he's definitely having a down season. He's not doing very well. I mean, compared to previous seasons, there was a season where he scored 19 goals and got 12 assists or something, so big comparison there. Interestingly, Saar has only played 1 game, which is not good to see because he's a very good player that can provide some good value to us. So yeah, overall I would say we're definitely feeling it without Diogo Costa. I'm actually going to go and buy him back right now because we can't go on like this. Yes guys, we've gone and brought him back. We can't deal without him. And we brought him back for 35 million, including Gustavo Saar. I don't know how that works because we sold him for 196 million. Gustavo Saar is worth 40 million. He only played 1 game for us. So I thought, you know what, he's not adding value to the team, let's let him go. So we basically paid like 75, best possible deal, 75 million. EA Sports, how does that work? That doesn't make sense at all. But anyways, it worked out for us and we've got Diogo Costa back in the team. So as you can see, our team finally looks good again. Team doesn't look right without Costa, and it's good to see him back in the mix, so we can now swim the rest of the season with a little bit more ease, you know what I mean. So we have made it to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, guys, and as you can see, we are up against Liverpool. In the playoff rounds, we took on Roma and we beat them 6-2 on aggregate, and in the round of 16 we beat Chelsea 4-3. It was a narrow win, but we beat them. That's good to see. So we are in the quarterfinals, guys, against Liverpool. Not the easiest opponent, but I think we can take it. Jumping into the first leg, we are taking Liverpool on at home, and I think it's a tough one. Carvalho's taking on his old team. Let's see how we get on. 3, 2, 1. And we go and win 4-1. Vitinha, Ramos, Carvalho, and Thiago Silva, or Thiago Santos. That is an unbelievable win right there. Jumping into the second leg, guys, we have a massive advantage, and I don't think it's possible for us to slip up. Let's see. 3, 2, 1. And we win 3-0. Ramos, Thiago Santos, and Ramos again. We absolutely destroyed Liverpool 7-1 on aggregate. As you can see, PSG are also through to the semi-finals after beating Man City. Looks like Juventus are going through, and Atletico Madrid and Madrid is a tough one. We're into the semi-finals, guys, and we are taking on Juventus. And I think out of the 3 teams available between PSG, Madrid and Juventus, I'm happy with Juventus. So yeah, guys, let's jump into the game. In the first leg of the semi-finals, we are taking Juventus on at home. We need to take full advantage of being at home. Come on, guys. 3, 2, 1. And we beat them 2-1. That's a great win right there. Ramos with both goals. Wow, amazing stuff. And jumping into the second leg, you can see that we have a red card and Carvalho is tired, so we're going to have to make some changes here. As you can see, we've brought in Esugo, putting him at CDM, and we've put Fernandez in the cam role, and we've got Fernandez at right back. The team is not as good as what it can be, but unfortunately we had a red card and we had a tired player, so we needed to make the changes. I do still think that we can take this home. Come on, guys. 3, 2, 1. And we beat them 3-1. Let's go. Ramos, Vitinha, and Vitinha again. Phenomenal stuff from us. We are in the finals of the Champions League. Real Madrid ended up beating PSG 3-0. So they beat PSG 5-2 on aggregate, and we beat Juventus 5-2 on aggregate, and we will be versing them in the final. FC Porto versus Real Madrid. That's a great game right there. Before jumping into the Champions League final, we're just taking a look at how we did, and of course we lost in the round of 16 of the cup, which was disappointing, and we went and won the league. We won it with 75 points, 5 points ahead of Benfica. That is great to see, guys. Looking at our player performances, we've got both Fabio Silva and Gonçalo Ramos with 18 goals. I expect them to get a little bit more goals, but I'm still happy with it. They've both been doing well, and that's good to see. We've got Vitinha having a phenomenal season. Unbelievable stuff from him. It's also good to see Rodrigo Mora having a solid season with 7 assists and 11 goals. It's unfortunate that he's only stayed 79 rated for this rebuild, but At least he ended off on a solid season. And Mateus Fernandes, not quite having the season of dreams like he usually does. So that's alright though, we're in the final. That's all that matters. Let's jump into that Champions League final, guys. Jumping straight into the Champions League final, you can see that Renato Vega has a red card, so we'll have to replace him there. But overall, the team looks good. I'm excited to play with this team for the first time. It's a good thing we brought in the solid depth with Arajo, because it honestly, replacing Vega, it doesn't even look like our team has dropped at all. So that's phenomenal. Let's jump into this game, guys. The trophy that will complete this rebuild, the Champions League. It is the final, guys, against Real Madrid. This is going to be a tough game. Let's get this kicked off. Come on. They've got Mbappe, Vinicius. Speaking of Mbappe and Vinicius, it looks like they're on the attack right now. He gets it back to Mbappe, goes for a shot, and it's a great save from Diogo Costa. We're on the counter attack here. We're getting this ball to Thiago Santos, our right attacking wing back. Cut back. Oh, that's amazing. Have a good shot. Oh, so close. So close. Madrid have a corner right here. They're going to whip it in. We need to make sure we get this ball out and we can hit them with a very nice counter attack. It's Bellingham. He plays it to Mbappe. What a save! And Diogo Costa's save just wasn't enough for Mbappe to get the rebound. And he makes it 1-0 to Real Madrid. We've got Fabio Silva playing the ball. Let's get it back to Fabio Silva. Maybe have a shot. And that's a decent shot, but it's an even better save. Well done. And that's going to conclude our first half. The second half is underway, guys, and obviously we are 1-0 down, which is not ideal. Let's change this game. We haven't been able to do much, and I see Madrid's on the attack right here. They get it to Mbappe. Mbappe's through, and it's another great save from Costa, who gets and it's an open goal to Rodrigo. Again, Costa makes the save, but it just wasn't enough. Rodrigo makes it 2-0. This is not looking good for us. Let's swing this ball wide to Thiago Santos. He loves a good run right there, and he's down. He's through. Let's cut it back. Let's find a way to cut it back. Carvalho? Oh, that was blocked. We've got the ball with Braganca here. Let's cut it back again. Fernandes on the edge of the box maybe. And there's Fernandes. Have a shot. Oh, what a save. We've got a corner here and we're going to play this ball short. Let's try and work the ball into the box. Take our time with it as well. Okay, let's bring it back. Okay, this is looking good. Braganca played backwards. Back into the middle to Carvalho. Carvalho, back. Okay, alright. Fabio Silva! And he makes a 2-1. Pick that ball up. Come on, guys, let's go. We've got one back, Fabio Silva, our top goal scorer. Every single season, he's been amazing for us. We're applying some pressure straight off kickoff, and that's Fabio Silva with the interception. Very nice. He's making the run. Played back to him. Fabio Silva's through. Have a shot! And Fabio Silva makes it 2-2. In the matter of 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, Fabio Silva has scored 2 goals and the game is tied. We can go ahead and win this now, guys. This is insane from Fabio Silva. He's a legend. We're on another attack here. Let's get the ball to Nuno Mendes. Maybe it's a 1-2. Nuno's running. Played back to Nuno Mendes. Fabio Silva's in the middle. Fabio! He hits the post! We on another attack straight after Fabio Silva failed to complete the hat-trick with Rodrigo Mora on the ball. Let's get it to Nuno Mendes because he's been class. Bring it back into the middle. Fabio Silva played on. Braganca puts it in the back of the net. They went behind the line. Mr. Consistent does it again. Braganca in the Champions League final puts us up 3-2 in the 86th minute. Absolute scenes of Porto making probably one of the best comebacks in Champions League history. Braganca putting the ball behind the line, just about. Courtois just couldn't get it. It is 3-2, guys, 87th minute. It is 30 seconds till full time and we just went and gave the ball away. Vinicius has the ball, straight to Mbappe. He's going to try and run straight through us again, and he finds a way. Costa with the save. We need to get this ball out there. Still have the ball. Slide Bellingham. Wow. Costa is unbelievable. Costa has just won us the Champions League single-handedly. I know Fabio Costa scored 2 and I know Braganca scored the winner, but Costa made some crucial saves. If we didn't buy him back, I don't know what we would have done, because he helped us win this. As you can see there, Braganca, Mr. Consistent, our captain, lifting the trophy, the Champions League trophy. We have gone and won the double this season, the league title and the Champions League, and I'm very impressed with this team, very impressed with what we've built. All Portuguese players, by the way. It's phenomenal. I would have wanted to bring in Ronaldo, but to be honest with you, in season 1 I forgot about that. But hey, It is what it is. He wouldn't have survived till season 5 anyways. But yeah, that's the rebuild complete, guys. Let me know your thoughts on the video. Let me know if there's anything you enjoyed about it, if there's anything you disliked about it, and then we can make changes in the next video. Hope you have a good one, guys. Peace.
Brilliant stuff. And you are looking at the best club side in Europe.